Me personally, I would say that's the Bible's where I get my moral compass from. So all the animals that's an abomination, unclean. I can't eat a snake, I can't eat a rabbit, I can't eat swine. They're just locked up in small spaces, probably nasty, a lot of manure, throw up, everything else. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Basically like slavery.
It's okay to walk up to a person and punch them in the head if it gives you sensory pleasure, outside of the context of a Muay Thai fight.
I would say no, but every situation is different. But me, who believe in the Bible, I don't think you should be hating your neighbor and just hit them. But I have a wife and kids, and someone do something to them, all that's going out the window.
And like a self-defense situation or defense of your family situation.
Okay, yes.
Then you would. But normally, no, it's not.
No.
It's okay to punch a punching bag if it gives you sensory pleasure.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I hope as a Muay Thai, you think that's okay?
Yes. I would let off some anger and not hurt no one. So yes, relieve stress.
It's okay to walk up to a dog and punch them in the head.
No, God created animals, so don't hurt them either. That's like you won't hurt a human.
It's okay to punch a pig in the head if it gives you sensory pleasure.
Oh, no.
Okay. Don't punch pigs, don't punch dogs, don't punch humans, right? So what do they all have in common that the punching bag doesn't? Why is it okay to punch the punching bag, but it's not okay to punch the other ones?
Oh, because it's life, basically. Don't punch a living species. So that's pretty much it. Punching bag, it's not going to hurt nobody. That's why you buy the punching bag, to punch it.
So like, in other words, do you think the human can feel pain, the dog can feel pain, the pig can feel pain?
Yes.
Okay. Do they feel any emotions also?
The human, the dog, yes. I've seen dogs that got abused and how they act and how they react to the situations, but I don't know about the pig, but I would say yes. I'll just say yes.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know. Pigs actually are kind of like about as smart as a dog. Yeah. So they're actually pretty smart animals. Pretty interesting, yeah. So those are the first 4 questions. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling perfect.
Okay, awesome. All right, so then we'll kind of move on to the next questions. And remember, if you feel uncomfortable, you can leave at any time.
It's all good. I want to answer these questions. That's why I looked at it. I was like, oh, yeah, the provoking questions. I want to see this. Yeah.
Okay, so do you eat any sort of animal products like cows, pigs, chickens, fish?
Yes, I do.
Whenever we're sort of farming these animals, so on the farms that they're on and in the slaughterhouses, do you think they undergo any sort of pain, either physical or emotional?
Yes, and I think that can also be transferred into energy. So when we eat it, that's why some people feel bad. I know they go through pain. Yeah.
I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, just like kind of your estimate, how bad of the pain do you think they undergo, most animals? 10 being the worst, 1 being the least.
10.
10? Okay. Do you think they price up for like a lot?
Right.
Yeah.
They die. Yeah. They're not like actually where they want to be at, out in the open, doing whatever the animal's supposed to do. They're just locked up in small spaces, probably nasty, a lot of manure, throw up, everything else. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Basically like slavery, you know.
I mean, yeah. Well, okay, yeah. So I mean, I think, definitely the 10, I'm in agreement with you on that 10. So we treat them like shit, basically. We treat them pretty badly.
Yes.
So what would you say, because you kind of said earlier, sensory pleasure wouldn't justify putting animals through pain. So like taste is sensory pleasure, right? Yeah. So the taste wouldn't justify it. So I guess, considering that you think that they do undergo a lot of pain, we don't think that taste really justifies it. If like a pig could talk and they were like, why are you doing this to me? What would you say to them? What would the justification be, do you think?
I would say, because I was told from reading the Bible in the book of Leviticus chapter 11, it tells us all the animals we could and cannot eat. So all the animals that's an abomination, unclean. I can't eat a rabbit, I can't eat swine. Me personally, I would say that's the Bible's where I get my moral compass from. Mm-hmm. So honestly, if it's like, I won't say legal, because legal is earthly, but talking about like spiritually, if it's legal, I won't transgress the law, which is a sin according to the Bible. I will eat it. Hopefully that pig understands. So, well, even though I don't eat pig, I don't eat swine, but yeah, so hopefully that animal will understand. But all the animals that say I can't eat in the Bible, I do not eat, because it's unclean.
Let's talk about the ones that you can. So you don't eat pigs, you don't eat certain fish, things like that.
So chicken.
You eat chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you know what kind of happens to chickens? Do you know any specifics? Do you want me to?
No, you can tell me. But no, I don't know.
Okay. So one thing is like egg-laying hens. So there's egg-laying hens, and then there's chickens that are for meat. So they're 2 different breeds. Yeah. So with egg-laying hens, whenever they breed them, half of them are males and half of them are females, just like with humans. The males aren't useful because they can't lay eggs. So what do you think happens to them?
Or they die right away and they get cooked and like skinned and all that.
Yeah. First day, they're on a conveyor belt and they drop into what is essentially a giant blender, and it just chops them into pieces, basically. So by the billions, more chicks are killed every year than there are humans on Earth. Broiler hens and things, they're cramped into these barns, so ridiculously cramped that they actually have to melt the beaks off the birds, because if they don't, the birds will attack and cannibalize each other because they literally go insane.
I believe you. I definitely believe you.
Yeah, they also are lame in that they can't move a lot of times because they grow so fast, and because there's nowhere for them to go, they're basically standing in their own feces all day, which burns them because of the ammonia in the feces. So they're basically laying in getting burned by it, as cramped as can possibly be, and going crazy. So that's sort of chickens.
And it's a whole bunch of more animals. So
Yeah.
I get where this is going.
So, you said in the Bible, it says like you can eat chickens. So, okay, that's fine. We can do it. Can we ascend just what we can do? So the Bible says you can do it. But if you have the choice to eat chickens or not, you can still choose not to eat them, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Do you think, given like I kind of like what your values are, how we kind of talked about hurting these other animals, you don't like doing that. Do you think it's aligned with all of your values, I guess, to continue to eat chicken knowing that?
Oh, yes. Because I told you my morals and my values really comes from the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible. I would say it is wrong how they do it. I'm not going to lie. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. How you said it and how they do it, how they put all of them together. But me, I would still like choose to eat certain meats. But I don't eat everything anyway because I'm on like I would say a spiritual diet. Is what I could and cannot eat.
So do you think you can be healthy not eating animals?
Oh, of course. I know some strong people that's vegan. Like they don't eat no meat. They look like bodybuilders and they work out. So yes, I know they definitely could. Probably me personally, I have to do more research how like the fruits, the beans, and everything like that. Tofu, I think. So I had to look into it. But for the most part, some days I go without eating meat, some days not. But me personally, I'm in the military and like we PT a lot. So I know sometimes I just eat something real quick and it has meat. But I'm for both sides, for people that want to eat it and don't want to eat it. But yeah, I don't know what to say about how they do all the animals. I think it's a better way they can do it. And then they put a whole bunch of like injected with a whole bunch of nasty things, like a whole bunch of chemicals, and the FDA approves it. So yeah, I'm with you. At least 80%. I'm with you at least 80%.
Okay, so it seems like you do care about the animals. You don't like what happens to them. Do you see any misalignment with that? With the fact that you care about them so much, you don't want that happening to them, and yet you pay someone to do it?
I don't know if I pay someone to do it. Well, I guess my wife do go grocery shopping. I don't know. I just feel like I just pay for the food, and so my wife can like cook it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that deep into it, but I guess I should start thinking into it because how they do all that. But
where does the money go, right? You give it to the grocery store. The grocery store gives it to the farmer.
Yeah.
Take it to Slaughterhouse, right?
Maybe we should have our own farm or something then. I don't know. It won't be as cruel, at least. But okay. But no, I don't feel bad for it because I don't know what to say. I don't feel bad for it. But it is messed up.
So it seems like you're pretty empathetic, like you're kind of tuned into this. Would you mind watching a quick 60-second video on my phone?
Oh yeah, yes.
And this is like standard practice in the industry.
And pieces cut from their ears or tags punched in as a meat.
Oh yeah, this is terrible. I don't think most people know all this going to it. Are they suffocating? Yep. So you're completely vegan then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most people think these should be super skinny, like you barely can walk. So yeah,
I have my tight t-shirt on for that reason. So maybe I'll sort of ask you a sort of final question. What do you value more? The life and suffering of an individual or sort of taste and convenience?
That's a tricky question because when you say individual, it's like a person, like a human.
Well, I think animals are someone, not something.
Okay, I won't say someone, but okay, I guess because dogs, they're part of the family, cats are part of the family. So what do I value more? That's crazy, hold on. Man, that's wild because I ain't doing it, but I say that's bad because I do want something to happen good for all the animals. But then again, I still want the steak and chicken and everything else and how it's made. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of tough. That's a tough decision. I don't think I can answer that one. I don't think I can answer that one.
I think that's an answer in itself, though. I think that's a good answer in itself.
I don't know. I want both.
Yeah.
You can't have both unless they have
they
guidelines of how they can treat the animals before they actually kill them. So either way, it really wouldn't matter because they're going to die either way it go. So it's messed up. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, so, I mean, would you be interested if I kind of gave you a resource about how you could potentially transition to plant-based?
Oh, yeah. Oh, plant-based. Yeah, that's even better. I was already trying to look into that plant-based.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a website called Challenge 22.
Challenge 22.
Yeah. And so basically what it is, you give them your email, they'll send you a packet, everything's free. And they kind of give you, like, ways to do meal plans, stuff like that. But also there's, like, YouTube channels and things like that. Cheap Lazy Vegan's one of my favorite. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video and want to help me make this my full-time career, check out my Patreon in the description. And shout out to Ryan O'Neill, Tom Eisenweiss, Nut Based News, and Matthew Lara.